Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining for this online interview with Mr. Paul Buttigie, the Mayor of Qala. So, the students forming part of the Eco Schools Committee are going to interview Mr. Paul Buttigie following the investigation we carried out and the outdoor classroom activity we had at Hondo Bay. So, I welcome Mr. Paul Buttigie. Thank you for joining us for this online interview. Now I'm going to share my screen so you can see the presentation which I prepared with the photos sent by the Mayor of Qala. So this interview is part of our Young Reporters for the Environment, the Litterless campaign, and the eTwinning project Act of Blue. The participants in today's online meeting are Daniel Gleck, Audrey Mikallef, Neil Mitzi, Julian Saliba, Josephine Valletta Caruana, and Hannah Vella. So the first question, I pass on the line to Julian Saliba.
Good morning, my name is Julian Saliba. First of all, I would thank you for accepting our invitation for this online meeting. We are a group of students forming the part of Eco Schools Committee at Gozo College Middle School. As part of the Eco School eTwinning Litterless project, Act of Blue, we are trying to understand the causes of marine litter, its effects on marine ecosystems, and find ways to stop it. We are collaborating partners through eTwinning from Italy, Turkey, and Spain.
Hello, I'm Audrey Mikallef and I live in Fontana. In November, we had an outdoor classroom activity at Hondo Bay. During our visit, we measured different weather elements, observed and reported cloud cover using an online app. We recorded seawater conditions such as temperature, pH, and water clarity. We sampled sand for microplastics using a digital microscope and carried out a litter survey. Our visit ended with a cleanup activity. Our next task was to interview the mayor of the locality. The closure of schools did not stop us from working on our project. Thus, through the help of our dedicated teacher, Mr. Mona Mergia, we decided to get your feedback up through this online interview.
My name is Daniel Grek. Good morning, and I will be asking you the first question. How does marine pollution affect your area?
It affects it. That's why we as a council do a lot of cleaning all year round, especially all around the village, in Hondo, and wherever we can. That the we got beach cleaners. We clean them. We clean the whole area every day, and actually we also have the recycling bins, and which are provided all year round. At the moment, you've just seen cleaning. At the moment, there is we did a major cleanup about 3-4 months ago, which included the cleaning of the whole area where Hondo development is being proposed, and it was a major thing because it took around 3 days. We had to bring a lot of people, especially with the ERRC, which they climbed over the surroundings and cranes, and we collected a lot of rubbish, which has been dumped there for a long time. So it's absolutely cleaned up now.
Okay, maybe the next question, please.
That's just a moment. What I would like to add also, due to it being cleaned, lately we had 330 releases. So this helped in reducing the amount of jellyfish, and also thanks to Vince Attar from Nature Trust, and also Prof. Sparch for his help, continuous help, that we have almost all the time. Yes.
Thank you. The next question, please.
My name is Violetta Caruana, and I will be asking you this question. Are you worried about the effects of litter on marine life?
Of course, it will affect it. Um, uh, exactly 40 years ago, when Hondo was being excavated to build Imjar Harbor, we had a lot of debris at the bottom of the sea. Posidonia meadows died. That's what we call in Maltese alka. Ritzy were gone. Now the Posidonia started growing back, and also alka is being washed up on the shore during storms, which is very good sign because it shows that the environment is growing back. Now also an reverse osmosis is being built, and a lot of care is being taken. Water is to be taken from boreholes, so it will not affect the surrounding area. Now, what happened was also to mitigate it, to make it much better, so we don't have any effects on the Honda area. The outflow is a tunnel was dug, which costed millions, around 2 million, just to so the outflow for the reverse osmosis, which is to supply the whole of Gozo, could go underneath, and it wouldn't disturb the Posidonia and everything. Regarding the pollution, we are constantly worried about the effect of fish farms, especially because these produce a lot of sludge, and when the wind blows, it will affect the water quality in Hondo. Some good news we had lately was that the relocation for the fish farms, which was being taken into consideration by the local authorities, was totally abandoned, which was a lot of good how do you say good news, because it was affecting affecting some a lot of times when the wind was facing Honda, because sludge was coming from the fish farms, and it was much further away. So now, which was the proposal to make them closer to the Ala Point and closer to Comino, it's been scrapped. It's a very good news indeed. Yes.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Hello, I am Neil Mitzi. And in what ways are you, as the mayor, helping to protect the environment of your area?
First of all, good morning, Neil. I know Neil very well because we met several times in Honda, and once he's literally sort of giving me a punishment not to go to Honda long years ago. You remember that, Neil? And I still remember that punishment, but that's a good joke that we share around quite often. Now, the Honda issue, as probably a lot of people know about it, it's been going for 18 years. And what they wanted to do was to build up that whole area and build shops, villa units, marinas, flats, and the whole thing. That's at the moment you can see what was proposed. And actually, one of those photos, which is saying Homes needs you, we done that several years back in Valletta. We did a national protest, which was attended by a lot of people. The reason why I'm telling you all this, please listen to your parents, and it's a very good sign that you are starting from now, because that way, when you grow up being taught how to care for your environment, that's a very good sign. Now, apart those 18 years that I've managed to hold up the pressure to build up Hondo, I've set up a group which we call ourselves Movement Hearts in Hondo in Maltese, and we managed to do a lot of pressure. What I believe strongly is that if that starts, a small thing starts, it will keep on growing and mushrooming. That's how That's how everywhere in Malta and Gozo happened, because these developers don't want a small thing. They keep on growing, growing, growing. On the other side of Honda, as you can, I don't know if Ramona can bring it up. We had an application for what was called for a souvenir shop, and that's what would have happened. Long time ago, it was a small room. Then they applied for a to enlarge it, and it keeps on growing. You know, it's that's why we object to all these applications, because they always start small and they keep on mushrooming. Unfortunately, we have to spend a lot of council funds to fight these applications, because once I had a friend of mine, he told me, Paul, there is no price for Honda. Once you lose it, there's no way you can cry over it. So we invest a lot of money trying to save Honda.
Thank you so much. It really shows that you work hard for the environment. Sorry if I have to cut short, but we have to make sure we finish all the questions that the students have prepared for you. So maybe before Hannah speaks, Julian would like to add another question. Julian, please.
From our investigation, we discovered that plastic litter affects seawater temperature and pH level. We would like you to forward a solution. What if Honda Bay is promoted as a plastic-free area, where single-use plastics like disposable cups, bottles, straws are completely eliminated? What do you think?
Definitely, it's a good idea, and actually we're working on it. It's in fact, the EU is working on those lines where single plastics are being abolished. A lot of things have been happening like, when we joined the EU. One thing which I did not agree was that we had a very good system of glass collection. We used to return our glass bottles to the shop. We used to get 2-3 cents each to return them back. And then when we joined the EU, everything was shifted to plastic, which was one of the worst decisions taken. I never agreed with that, but unfortunately, but it looks like the EU are changing their minds, and hopefully they will change their mind again, and we will return to the glass bottles again. But I promise you that you know, we'll as a council, when we meet again, we'll discuss these issues that you've just raised.
Thank you so much. I don't know if the other members would like to add something else. We noted when we did the outdoor classroom activity, way back in November it was, that there were no bins. But from the photos that you sent me, we could see that there are in fact bins. Can you explain what you do with the bins in winter, maybe?
In winter, those bins that remain are the bins that won't be affected by the weather, because in Honda, when it's facing the
waves, when the waves are strong, yes, and coming from the south, I think the waves are strong.
Yes, and actually, we had a lot of damage. So we decided that we will leave those bins that are not affected by the waves, because, as you know, they cost a lot of money, and you know, we don't want to waste money that way. But at the moment, we got several bins. You know, one in front of the toilets, another one further up where a lot of people park. We got 6 bins at the moment, 6 double bins at the moment. So at the moment you're seeing when we cleaned it up. So, and also lately, even we got that footpath which was inaugurated by the Minister for Gozo back then, Justin Caruana, which I believe her daughter is there listening to us.
Yes, so, she's here. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, you point out that turtle release again, which we had a lot of fun releasing them lately, and also you know, it was the 3rd time exactly that we released them, and it's a memorable, it's a very moving thing that you say, and you've already posted one which had a transmitter on it.
Yes,
Where
yes.
it was sponsored by the company, that one that you say there.
Yes, so you
And
can track the turtle since it has, I think, a missing flipper. Okay, so I don't know if maybe there is someone else who would like to ask something to the mayor. Are there any other questions? So Hannah, you can conclude, please.
Hello, my name is Hannah. Thank you so much for your time and help. We really appreciate your efforts towards the environment, especially the marine environment. The information from this interview will be shared with our eTwinning project partners and the school community at Gozo College Middle School.
Thank you so
what's
much.
your, yeah, one thing I would like to conclude is we also, through our efforts, we managed to get recognized from Green Pack. As you can see, those photos at the moment. We were out of 6 awards for cleaning around Mot and Gozo. We were nominated for 3 awards. And out of them, we managed to get the Best Overall Performance Award for the cleaning and protecting our environment, which was a great satisfaction for me and the council, because even God, when he was recognized as being when somebody comes and recognizes your efforts, it gives you much more energy to keep on going, and and you work even harder because it gives you a lot of strength. The last thing I want to add is I do a lot appreciate you teachers in educating our young kids, because it starts when you are young. I was brought from a family with a family that used to take a lot of care for our environment. My grandfather had a small farm in Qala. He used to plow his fields, and he had his own sheep, he had his own rabbits, chickens, and we were almost self-sufficient, which were things which were much more healthy. Above that, they also taught us how to care for others, and by caring for others means that you have to not be selfish, and I do what suits me and don't care for the other ones. And it's a very good start that you all start this way, because then it will be in your blood to keep on thinking about what you can do for your environment. Because if we don't care for our environment, it will haunt us one day, and we will be sorry for not putting our best that we can do. Have a look what happened lately, unfortunately, but our environment was half polluted because less people are moving and less traffic is going on. So it makes you wonder, we have to of course we have to get more work, but we have to.
There should be a balance. That's why through Eco Schools we support what we call sustainable living, and our projects are also directed towards the sustainable development goals. Before we conclude, I want to show you some of the posters that the students did to raise awareness towards the importance of safeguarding the environment, especially the sea, because this year we focused mostly on the marine environment. So every action helps. Acts of blue, no plastic in the sea, and these were all produced by Julian, by Josephine, by Hannah, and Audrey. So well done. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to the local council for your time. It was very interesting, and well done for your work.
Can I say just one spot? When we were young, and I spoke about this several times, when we were young in Qala, we used to have a small veggie patch and we had a big garden in Ala Primary School.
Only 10
and,
minutes left. Sorry to interrupt, but 10 minutes left. So
okay.
yes, you can conclude. Thank you.
Okay, and it was a very, very good idea by our teacher back then, was Mr. Patch from Shawkiya. We used to plant, we used to have around 6 foot by, or 7 foot by 7 foot piece of soil. We used to plant carobs, we used to plant some small seeds, and it was so well attained by all of us. It was unbelievably, you know, we had a lot of fun doing that. But this was, you know, I don't know if it's possible to do that in several schools, because you have to have some area where you can plant some these trees.
Yes, in fact, we do have at school, and we have a gardening club as well. We also have a small glass house. So yes, especially these students and other which are not part of the Eco Schools Committee, we give them that opportunity to grow their own crops, because when you are in close contact with nature, as you said, you get to appreciate it even more. So thank you, everyone. The students would like to say something else.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. I really enjoyed this meeting and hope you have another like this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Julian.